If you go to my background, I used to be a very active student at school level. Then I decided to study physical education, where I studied in Bahrain University, and I had my BS and master and my PhD recently. So it was a background of sport. In 1995, I was in the elementary school for 3 years. And then I moved to secondary school where I teach subject. Then I was hired at Ministry of Sport, and I moved to a political life where I was a member in the parliament. Then I was a member in the Senate's Shura Council. And in 2017, they've asked me to get, since I have a background of sport, to be a president of Bahrain Badminton Federation, and I accepted that.
I won first Bahrain Championship in 1981 when federation established, and I remember in 1984 or 85, I played the first Asian Championship. And last year, I took part in World Championship in Poland. So I joined Federation in 2006, actually, 2006. So I was team manager 2006. Then in 2010, I became like Secretary General until today. But to be honest, and I'm not exaggerating, the best president so far I met is Dr. Sawsan.
First of all, my name is Ahmad Aljallad from Syria. I'm an international player, holder of many Arab and international medals. I have BWF level 1 certificate, shuttle time tutor certificate. Currently now working as coach in Bahrain Badminton Squash Federation. I joined the Bahrain Badminton Squash Federation in 2018, November 2018, as the national team coach. Before coming to Bahrain, I was living in Malaysia, playing and training there. Playing and training for almost 5 years. While that time also I had some training in Indonesia, in Jarum, if you know, of course you know, in Jarum, in Kudus. Also Thailand, sometimes there. Then after that, I took the decision to go for work as a coach in one of the countries, national team coach. And here I am now.
Well, the sport of badminton is growing in the Gulf region. Since BWF launched the Dubai project, we can see now that Saudi and UAE and Oman as a member of international family. So badminton in Bahrain had a long history as one of the very first national federation in the region. The establishment of the national federation goes back to 1981, so before I come, before 2017. Bahrain was the first in the region to join badminton family. And that's a pride for myself and for my country as well. So it's not new, we can say it didn't came when I came in 2017. We have a very long history in that. Our first Asia participation goes back to 1983. And Hesham was one of the team members. Players from Bahrain achieved many titles in the Arab Championship and also few international titles throughout the years.
When I played badminton, there was badminton league. And there was so many clubs in Bahrain taking part in badminton. And I don't know, for some reason, it came down. It was supposed to be better and improve and develop. It became worse. Then again, it was a different time, different improvement or different level. But now, last 5-6 years, again, coming back.
So in terms of development, I can say that shuttle time, the BWF school program is one of the main development initiatives that we do. And now we are drafting a national strategy to launch the Air Badminton project. Plus, we have para badminton, also key development initiative for us. And plans are underway to host the Asia Youth Para Games in December 2021. So we have in developments, we have also women's participation as a gender equity in a priority for us as well. In terms of event, Bahrain international tournaments have been a key international tournament in the region since 2002. Thanks for the Badminton Asia support, we can proudly say that we hosted more than 17 international tournaments in the last of 13 years. And also national events happen regularly in Bahrain, with many of them attract regional players. In terms of technical officials, development is going great with one BWF referee. We have one BWF umpire and many Badminton Asia officials. To be honest, we in Bahrain don't have differences in genders, okay? We go to see the qualification for the person in any field, not just the sport, in any field. The gender is not important, the qualification is important. But since the sport, we teach sport at schools from the kindergarten level, it goes to university level, and all the sports are there. So there should be students or players who love badminton. Women are taking a part in that field as well. So myself, I take care of both genders, but it is in my strategy, in my federation strategy to develop women's. Along with the boys as well. It's very important to have that mentality, to have that culture, that the badminton place is open for everybody, girls and boys, young children, and also elderly, and for para badminton as well. We can say, I can put them in two challenges. Over the years, the main challenges was the infrastructure. As you know, I have a multi-purpose hall. Most of the year, we have to find another place for practice like schools. And that's why I signed the agreement with the Ministry of Education to take the whole of the schools to teach and to make it as a centers for my students and players.
Luckily, Dr. Sawsan, she's hearing, she promised us that she got some what they call support from Olympic Committee, that they are going to build a whole 2 courts, which is very good. This is a great achievement for us. I mean, I was dreaming to have my own place to play 24 hours. Now, hopefully, soon we are going to get this.
And the other challenge is budget. Always a hurdle for the growth of the game. Although we have a budget, but still, if you want to grow, you have to have more and more and more. That's the point. But I think we are doing well.
The practices stopped in the last week of March and resumed in the first week of August. Until now, now we resume, and we are now having some training daily for seniors, only for seniors. Junior now we can't. Now we can train only like 2-3 players, only few players. You can't bring all players together, but other players all will doing with them online. Give them activities, exercises to do in home. We did some online sessions with some junior players, and it was going good. And the players like it, but the players, they want to come to the court. They don't want more online sessions. They just want to come and play in the court in reality.
Ahmed himself, with the general secretary, with the staff, with the board members in the federation, they didn't stop from giving courses online. They had different courses in management with coaches, in coaching, and also refereeing, and also with the players, the session. He didn't speak about a very important project he was working on it last month with Bahrain TV, where we made badminton to be played while you are at home, in your home, by TV. In the TV, there is a class that they can participate and play. From how many sessions we had? 13?
18 sessions.
18 sessions where they can practice at home before school. In terms of long plan, we have those centers where we teach the young children to be in Olympics for after 8 years, for example, or after 12 years. We are having that type of goals. Like Adnan Ibrahim, he's one of the those projects, and thanks God he will be in Tokyo 2021. Hopefully everything goes well and we will be there. So we have other goals to develop since we signed a contract as well with University of Bahrain, with the sports department and physical education, to teach the shuttle time program in the universities. And I wanted from that program to increase the people who are participating in badminton, especially students with background of badminton or with a background of sports, to continue our role and our missions to develop badminton in the region. Yeah, we do have a very big and promise plan in Bahrain Federation.
My dream to see at least, say not 100, not 50, at least not 10, 5 players the same as Adnan for our team.
You know, Adnan Ibrahim is the AOP project and also the Olympic Solidarity Scholarship as a potential to qualify for the Olympics in the next two cycles.
So if we have like 5, 6, 10 players like Adnan, and they are, they put full time for badminton, this is my wish, this is my hope. So hopefully put this into your consideration if there is any chance to have a center or regional center in Bahrain. This will definitely improve and badminton the entire area, in our area especially.
But the biggest plan is to prepare players, enhance players level to be able to compete in international level and achieve titles, achieve medals in Arab or international championships. This is the main goal for me long term. Actually, I have like challenge here in Bahrain, I would say now. It's like the lifestyle. The lifestyle of the players, it's not like other countries. In all Arab, like let's say Arab countries, in GCC especially, like because they're not used to the tough exercises, tough training. So I'm talking about juniors, small players, small. The lifestyle is different. So if you give them very tough players, they sometimes will get upset. Sometimes, this kind of attitude. But I'm trying to adapt and help them to change that.
Families, parents, they concentrate on their children to study hard. When it comes to sport, the timing for sport is like 1 or 2 hours in a day. It's not enough. So they don't have that culture and the awareness that fitness is very important to any sport. To change that culture, we need more awareness. We need to involve mothers and fathers in our training. This is one of our goals as well in the federation, where we want to make badminton play everywhere. Everybody in Bahrain play badminton.